It's our testimony time. Tina will translate today. Tina, please.
Hi, Rebecca. This is Tina. I will translate today.
Thank you, Tina.
My pleasure.
This article was written by Pastor Rudy Holland.
今天的见证是由 Rudy Holland 牧师写的。
When our children were small, I would often assure them of a promise I had made them by saying to them, a promise is a promise.
当我们的孩子们还小的时候，我经常对他们说，要一言为定哦，一定要说到做到，言出必行，以此来向他们保证我对他们许下的诺言。
As I read through the book of Judges, I'm reminded of the promise of God given to Israel through Abraham.
当我读完士师记的时候，让我想起了上帝透过亚伯拉罕给以色列人的应许。
The promise included the land that they occupy, as well as other land around them.
这个应许就包括他们所占领的土地，以及他们周围其他的土地。
In the same day, the Lord made a covenant with Abram, saying, "To your seed I have given this land from the river of Egypt to the great river of Euphrates."
这是在创世纪15章18节中说到的。当那日，耶和华与亚伯兰立约，说：“我已赐给你的后裔，从埃及河直到幼发拉底大河之地。”
This is from Genesis chapter 15, verse 18.
这是在创世纪15章18节中记载的。
God is preserving his people throughout the pages of the Old Testament, and he is this day still preserving his people.
在旧约中，神一直在保护他的子民，今天仍然如此。
The Jewish people are still the chosen people of God, and a promise is a promise.
犹太民族呢，仍然是上帝的选民，那上帝的应许从不落空。
This promise had its origin in Genesis chapter 12, verses 1, 2, 3.
这个应许的起源是在创世纪12章1到3节中。
This passage is known as the Abrahamic covenant.
在创世纪12章，就是这些经文被称为著名的亚伯拉罕之约。
This is an unconditional covenant, meaning that the agreement or covenant stands without conditions.
这是一个无条件的盟约，意味着，协议或者盟约是无条件的。
Though Israel may do evil in the eyes of the Lord, and God chastens them, but he never disowns them.
虽然以色列人在神的眼中可能是，虽然以色列人可能在神的眼中是作恶的，但神也会责备他们，但是从来没有离弃过他们。
The battle over the land and Jerusalem is rooted in this promise given to the seeds of Abraham, the Jewish people.
对于土地和耶路撒冷的争夺，就源于对亚伯拉罕后裔犹太民族的这一应许。
But I would remind you, especially with God, a promise is a promise.
但是我要提醒的是，尤其对于上帝来说，他的应许就是应许，他的应许从不落空。
Therefore, in the middle of the conflict in Israel, I stand with Israel.
因此，在以色列的冲突中，我站在以色列这一边。
The promise of God is one reason for my position, though I have never said, though I believe, that the return of the Jews to the land in the year 1948 was the ultimate return as promised to Abraham.
上帝的应许是我采取我与以色列站在一起，就是这一立场的原因之一。尽管我从来没有说过，但我相信1948年犹太人重返故土，向亚伯拉罕应许的最终回归。
Why would I not join the voices of certainty on this matter?
那既然这样的话，在这个问题上，我为什么不加入对此事的肯定性的声音？
In the New Testament, Paul was expecting the Lord to come, and that preceded the year 1948.
在新约中，保罗期待着主的再次降临，而那些都是在1948年以前。
I believe as long as America stands with Israel, they will be able to possess the land until Messiah comes. But I do not place my faith in the coming of the Lord on signs.
我坚信，只要美国与以色列站在一起，那以色列就会一直在这片土地上，直到弥赛亚的再次降临。
Jesus is coming because a promise is a promise.
耶稣会再次降临，因为他曾经应许过。
I do believe the Jews are in the land and should remain there because a promise is a promise.
我支持以色列，也有出于政治原因。Could you please say it again?
I do believe the Jews are in the land and should remain there because a promise is a promise.
我坚信犹太人会在这片土地上，他们应该是会一直留在那里的，因为这是神的应许。
I stand with Israel for political reasons.
我支持以色列，也有出于政治的原因。
I know Israel is America's greatest ally. and they are the only democratic society in their region.
因为我知道以色列是美国最大的盟友，也是他们所在地区唯一的民主社会。
Their existence is politically beneficial to America.
他们的存在在政治上对美国是有利的。
Lastly, I stand with Israel because I could never approve of the barbaric treatment of women and children perpetrated upon the Jewish people by pagan terrorists.
最后，我站在以色列这边，是因为我绝不赞同异教的恐怖分子对妇女和儿童的残忍野蛮对待。
God has not forsaken nor forgotten the Jewish people, and neither will I.
神没有抛弃或者遗忘犹太人，我也不会。
I will pray for the peace of Jerusalem.
我会为耶路撒冷求平安。
That's from Psalms chapter 122, verse 6.
这是在诗篇122篇6节中。
God bless you and have a great day from Pastor Rudy Holland.
神祝福你们，愿你们有美好的一天。是来自于牧师 Rudy Holland 的一个祝愿。Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you,
Please lead us.
Tina. Yes, I will. The Lord's Prayer.
The Lord's Prayer.
Prayer.
Our Father in heaven,
Our Father
Our
in heaven,
Father in heaven.
Heaven.
hallowed be your name.
hallowed
Hallowed be your
Be
your name.
Your kingdom come,
your kingdom
Your
come,
kingdom
Your
come.
kingdom come.
your will be done
your will be
Your
done
Will be
will be
done
on earth
on earth
on
earth.
earth
as it is in heaven.
as it
As
is
as
in
it
heaven.
is
in heaven.
Give us today
Give us
Give
us
today
today
our daily bread,
our
our
daily
daily
bread,
bread.
bread
and forgive us
and forgive us
and forgive us
our debts,
our
our
debts,
our debts
as we also have forgiven
as we
we
also
also
have
have
forgiven
forgiven
our debtors,
our
our
debtors,
debtors
and lead us not
and
lead us
not
and lead us not
into temptation,
into
into
temptation,
temptation,
but deliver us
but
deliver
deliver us
us
from the evil one.
from the
from
the
the
evil
evil one.
one.
Amen. Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Rebecca.
Thank you,
Rebecca.
We love you, Rebecca.
Remember
See you
you.
next
Have a
time.
good day. Thank you.
Hey.
Have a good day. Bye.
See you.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you so much 谢谢 Rebecca 老师每一个礼拜的来给我们领读感谢神。陆老师。